Welcome to Rise and Grind Radio 3.0.
You are now about to witness
With your host, Scotty the Body.
Come down later for good
7 of truth bombs, hard facts, and real life grit. It's time to wake up.
Good evening.
Let's grind.
Here we go again.
No, you gonna dig this.
You know, they say everybody has a price, but the truth, the devil already knows your price before you do. Doesn't matter where you come from, rich, poor, spiritual, atheist, fitness freak, washed up, drunk. The devil doesn't discriminate, baby. He's patient. He waits. In every path in life, he's there. You want money? They'll charge you with debt, sleepless nights, and fractured relationships. You want power? They'll charge you with paranoia, betrayal, and enemies smiling in your fucking face. You want love? They'll charge you with heartbreak, manipulation, and even obsession. And the funniest part, we think we're negotiating. We think we're hustling the system, but the devil doesn't haggle. He just sits back and collects. So today, let's talk about that dollar amount. The hidden receipts of our choices. And why you might already be paying, well, without even knowing it. You ever notice how people will sell their soul for the dumbest shit? Not even a mansion or a record deal. Just clout on TikTok. Just a little blue check mark that you could probably pay for. The devil doesn't have to offer gold bars anymore. He just flashes you followers and you sprint straight into his arms like it's Black Friday and he's selling you a TV for $10. I digress. Let's scale it back a little bit. Let's think about jobs, right? How many people clock in every day to a place that they fucking hate, under fluorescent lights, getting barked at by a boss that they don't respect, just to collect a check that evaporates on every bill? That's a transaction. That's a soul trade. You're selling freedom for stability. Now, don't get me wrong. We all have to work. Grind is survival. But the real question is, do you understand the cost? You may know it, but do you understand it, what it really is taking from you? Or are you swiping that spiritual credit card without even checking the credit card statement? Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Look at politics. Every politician swears up and down that they're fighting for you. But the devil doesn't even have to show up in a room anymore. He's on the campaign payroll. They sell their integrity for votes. They sell their honesty for endorsements. And, you know, they sell their souls for power that they don't even have. They can't even keep forever. You know, I say this quite often, but it doesn't get out enough. The kings and the pharaohs, they all got it wrong. You know, they try to take it with them. Years later, we find out they can't. Here's the kicker. Even the ones who start out, you know, pure, eventually get a taste of that currency. They might tell themselves it's for the greater good, but the devil doesn't care what excuse you use. He just marks the payment cleared. What's wild about this is the devil doesn't show up with horns and fire like the past 300 years in Christianity has tried to push on our livelihood. No, the devil is within inside of us, right? That's the tempt, right? He shows up as a lobbyist, as a fucking donor, or a contract, or that handshake that you might want so bad. And suddenly, your so-called public servant is just another cashier bringing in Satan sales. Let's talk about fame. Fame, fitness, and pleasure, right? Because a lot of people who tune in, well, you're in the fitness industry, or you just like to work out. You like to whatever. I like to stay fit. I like to be healthy. Let's talk about fame. You think Hollywood's running on talent? It's running on deals with dollar amounts bigger than contracts. How many actors and musicians have been spiraled out, overdose, scandals, burnouts? Fucking world cheers it on and then laughs when they crash. That's the bill. Yeah, that's what's due. So is temporary worth it? Or do you have gumption at the end of the day? Do you have integrity at the end of the day? Now, fitness, our world, the devil's price in fitness isn't money. It is shortcuts. Unfortunately, steroids, fake natties, Ozempic injections. I know. You might get the look, but what cost? You might get the body, but what toll of your health? Or your hormones? Maybe your entire life. And pleasure? Man, the devil is making bank on pleasure. Porno, drugs, food, alcohol, fucking name it. Every click, every sip, every single bite you take. It feels like freedom, like liberation. But the receipt hits you much harder later when you're addicted, when you're overweight, when you're numb to real fucking life because all you do is play video games or fucking watch porn all day. You don't know what real experience is. The devil loves a buy now, pay later plan, and he don't give a fuck what your credit score is. Let me put it this way. Let's just say I knew a guy who had everything going for him, right? Smart, super hard worker, good family, but he couldn't say no to fast money. He got into hustling, thought he was outsmarting the system, cars, clothes, nights out. Man, it looked like, it looked like Hollywood locally, like he was winning, right? Winning. But every shortcut comes with a receipt. A couple of years later, he's broke, bitter, and saying the world fucked him over. No, the world didn't fuck you over, buddy. You signed on that dotted line, and you forgot to read the fine print. Because you were in a rush. You wanted that immediate gratification. And that's fine, but with that immediate gratification comes many more consequences. And I bet you've seen that story 1,000 times. Friends, co-workers, even yourself at some point. We think we're getting away with something, but the devil, that dude never forgets. He's like the fucking IRS. Holy shit, those people. He'll collect, even if it takes decades. Now, here's the scariest part that most of us don't even realize we're paying. We think we're free. We think we're choosing. But Let's really think about it. How many choices are really yours? You buy the brand that's advertised to you. You eat the food well, they try to normalize. You chase the dream that they told you mattered. Whatever. I guess the American dream is have kids, grab a house, do all that shit I said last episode so the economy keeps going. Or be an entrepreneur and go live your fucking life, and with the whole world works on bartering and we don't have a government. But I'm just talking about the other realms that are flourishing right now. I'm just kidding. That's a huge tangent, excuse me. The devil doesn't need chains anymore, folks. He's got algorithms. And you keep calling all this nonsense freedom. Well, you're just simply marching yourself back into debt or deeper into debt. Now, I'm not saying you can't ever win, because obviously, the dice have 6 sides, so there's a chance. I'm saying the only way to win is to stop playing this fucking game. If the devil has a dollar amount, maybe the smartest thing you can do is learn to live like you don't need to buy. I spent some time with some really wise figures. I won't even say what group they're from, because it's probably not in my best interest. But they taught me about this. The word. It's just one word. Just if you can remember this word, take from this. It's called temperance. Right? A little bit of here, a little bit there, and you live a really fulfilling life. Discipline will fucking carry you more than anything that you're trying to do will ever can. Right? And I mean that. In principle. As long as we're doing everything with basic intention, the good intention, well, there's less chance that it won't happen in your favor. And then it will happen in your favor as a positive outcome. But, this is a moral decision. The devil isn't a real entity. The devil's within you, right? As in, like God. God is within you. The devil is also within you. This is everything you blame the devil on is simply just life choices that you make. People that they create this figure in their mind like they need a scapegoat, as if this scapegoat's going to take the burden of the bullshit that they've already done. I'll tell you what, folks, it doesn't work that way. You need to accept responsibility for what the fuck you've done. Mend that, build the bridges back, whatever it needs to be. And then, work on yourself. Because, like I said in previous episodes, healing isn't linear, man. And having the devil on your side is very detrimental to your health. Obviously, as I said earlier in the episode, but, there's got to be a time when you just get sick of fucking your own shit. And I think that's when God takes over, right? That's when God takes over and says, "Stop fucking up." That's your higher self, your subconscious telling you, "Wake the fuck up." That's the discipline. That's the intention that you walk in with. Walk past the bargain bin without temptation, right? Sit there and laugh at it. Be like, "Oh, $3 DVDs?" Because the devil only cashes in if you keep swiping, right? But if you build yourself into someone who doesn't need any handouts, oh, my friends, then you win. Now, so what's your price? Is it $1? Is it a follow count? A title? Or is it everything you said you'd never give up? Remember this. The devil doesn't give refunds. The devil doesn't forget. And the devil certainly never loses money. Rise and Grind Radio, baby. Stay awake, stay alive, stay unpurchased. I'm Scott of the Body. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week.